What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode back on the channel. It has been a little while. Today we're going to be talking about something that you guys have seen me use before. It is the CZ1012. I feel like this shotgun is not very popular for some reason. I don't really know why. I just don't think a lot of people know about it. But I cannot say enough good things about it. I took it all the way up to Canada within the first season of me owning it. Worked flawlessly. I've shot everything from really light, cheap dove loads to the shells we were shooting for waterfowl. This gun is chambered in 3-inch, so it will also take the dove loads as well in 2 3/4. It does hold 4 actually, 4 in the chamber, or 4 in the tube, and then 1 in the chamber. But it does come with a plug. So that it only holds 2 3/4. It'll also hold 2 3-inch shells in there as well, and then 1 in the chamber. So I cannot say enough good things about this. The one drawback that I have about this gun, and I've personally experienced it with myself. So up in Canada, while I was up carrying back some snow geese, I accidentally hit the smaller button on the lever paddle here. Now what that does is that takes whatever shells are in your tube and shoots them down to eject them. Normally you'd push that down, the receiving slot down, and then hit that and it would shoot out your remaining whatever shells you have in there. And then you just stroke that back open to be able to shuck the one out of the chamber. I did hit that, and it did shoot both shells that were in there into the loading chamber. Now, the way that I got out of that was I just took my thumb and kind of pushed down as much as I could and tried to get the one shell back up in there, and then actuated the chamber twice to get everything else out of there. So cleared it relatively easy, but it is kind of a pain in the butt if you don't have fingernails or if you don't have a knife on you. I would highly recommend avoiding touching that button, but at the same time, really not that big of a deal. So let's see, what else? So it's got the, like I was talking about, the so where you can clear the tube. That's your bolt release there on the front. There's that big paddle there. Back here is just another standard lever to be able to decock your gun. Up at the front here, it comes with stock 5 different choke tubes that are, the extended ones past the barrel. Big fan of these. I've only used the modified. Actually, that's not true. I've used the full to pattern it for turkey. I didn't actually end up using this gun for turkey. I ended up using a 410, but there's no reason why you couldn't use this as a turkey gun. I did pick this up as a blemished one. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but right at the tip of my finger there is a small blemish there. So I did get a bit on the cheaper side, but that is the only thing that I have seen that really denotes that as a blemish. I've looked this thing up and down, and honestly, I've not seen anything else. I have never had a malfunction. The gun has never just gone click, which I know some other brands of shotguns are very widely known for that. I did have this up in Canada, like I was saying earlier, right next to 2 Super Black Eagle 3s, I think they were. Maybe they were 2s, but Super Black Eagles nonetheless, very high reputable gun. And this gun did not jam a single time while theirs did. Now, I don't know. I mean, we're in the exact same conditions, but I don't know, how often they have cleaned theirs or all that fun jazz, or how, many shots they've even run through theirs. Personally, I've run somewhere between 600 and 700 shots on this. The first 500 were on the factory supplied lube and everything. I mean, straight out of the box. I bought this gun and then ran straight to the dove field that night, assembled it in the field, and then shot doves with it. Out of the box. Just perfect. Pulled the trigger, went bang every time. Cheap federal dove loads. I mean, you can't get any lighter than what that is in itself. So it's very good. I enjoy it anyway. The other cool thing about this gun is from the factory, it will come with shims. I actually lost mine. I really hope I find them again, because I would like to shim this gun, I guess, down. I went out and patterned it for turkey, and it was shooting pretty low with a full choke. I'm not sure what that if each choke shoots a little bit different, but it was low at 50 yards by a good bit. So much that, not so much that I wouldn't use it, but just enough that I would like to shim it up some. So, and I'm just a small perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that. But overall, I've had this thing as cold as 17 degrees and wet. Snowy conditions, really not snowy, icy conditions, I guess is the best way to say it, foggy and ice, and then I've also had this in some really dry, dirty areas. We were literally loading shotguns, shells that we were picking off the ground in a sandy field and throwing them in, and again, the Black Eagles jammed, but this thing did not jam, and I'm telling you, sometimes I had more dirt in my hand than shotgun shell. Hindsight being what it is, probably not the greatest thing to do for your gun, but it is what it is. Another thing that I really like about this gun, and I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if this is standard nowadays, but the front bead here is white. I'm a big fan of that for some reason, just a little bit of contrast to it. It does not have any mid-rail sight or anything like that, and it does look like it has a couple spots that you might be able to put a sight onto it. I don't ever really plan on putting a sight on this, but it might. Overall, would I recommend this gun? Absolutely. This gun is right in the price range of $650 to $700 or $750, and it does not leave you wanting. I would highly recommend this. This is an inertia gun, so it is not not a gas-driven gun. I'm pretty sure it's an inertia-driven gun, and I would highly recommend this. The recoil is light. For a 12 gauge is what or at least what I would consider light. I'll be honest with you, I've shot one other 12 gauge and semi-auto, and it was from like the 90s. It was my dad's, and it's not exactly the kindest thing to shoot. And then I also have the old 870 pump, which you guys have seen maybe a couple times for this. So everything that I've harvested with this gun, it ranges from doves, geese, ducks, and then rabbits, and I even think I've shot a couple squirrels with it. So cannot say enough good things about it. I don't have really any drawbacks other than, every now and then if you do touch that, you will cause a little bit of pain. Not to yourself, just a little bit of headache to deal with there. The other downside is the carrying case that it comes with is not big enough for the full gun to come in or to lay in as like a travel case. So that is kind of a pain in the butt, but you can pick up a travel case relatively cheap if you do plan on going somewhere. But it does come with a really nice foam cutout case for the upper, the receiver, and all that fun jazz. So disassembling this is also a breeze. I mean, you can literally pull this out. It does take some force. It's not like it'll ever fall out, but you can pull that out, and then to actually clean it, you decock it, drive this small pin out with a hammer and a wedge, not a wedge, but a punch, and then this will actually slide out this way. It was kind of a pain in the butt the first time to do it, and I think a lot of that is because of this coating that's on it, the mossy oak bottomlands coating. It was a little tight, but actually going back in, it was relatively simple and easy. Kind of had to rock it in to like an AK mag, was I guess the best way to describe it. So would I recommend this CZ 1012 to somebody that's looking for a new shotgun? I would say absolutely. I would pick up another one. Actually, I really want to pick up another one in 20 gauge, but I just haven't done it yet. So highly recommend it. I cannot say enough good things about it. So hopefully you guys have somebody that's close to you and you can go try and shoulder one yourself and go try it out. Or if not, I mean, take my word for it. I would do it, but I would definitely buy one, but I'm just some random guy on the internet saying that this is a good product. So anyway, thank you again for clicking on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys learned a little bit of something, and hopefully you see a CZ out there and decide to look at it. Thanks again.